Good day, Macalinians! Hello, grade 7 learners! How are you today? I hope that you are well. Join me in welcoming this day with brand new learning experience. I am Mom Sharma, your mathematics teacher. Today, we will learn more about special products, specifically the square of a binomial and product of two binomials.
For our today's MELCs, we will use models and algebraic methods to find the A. Product of two binomials, B. Product of the sum and difference of two terms, C. Square of a binomial, D. Cube of a binomial, E. Product of a binomial and a trinomial. At the end of this video, you are expected to recall the laws of exponents, use specific steps in finding the squares of a binomial, use FOIL method in finding the product of two binomials, and appreciate the importance of special products in its application to field. Before we proceed with our lesson for today, let us recall the lesson about the laws of exponents by watching this video on YouTube. This is entitled Exponent Song in the tune of All About the Base. You may sing along with the song if you like.
Yeah, what's written here? Little number 2. What does it mean? What am I supposed to do? My head's like boom boom with all this crazy stuff. I used to get A's, but now math is getting tough. I see the teacher working up there with white chalk. He's not making sense. Someone make him stop. Repeating multiplication just sounds made up. I wanna multiply the bottom number by the top. Teacher said don't ever multiply the base by the exponent. Here's why. Little number tells you how many times you multiply the base by 75. It's all about the base times the base. All about the base times the base. It's all about the base times the base. It's all about the base times the base. Let's bring the example back. Go on, just don't forget. 5 squared isn't 10. No, it's 5 times 5 multiplied. I'll give you 25. Teacher said don't ever multiply base by the exponent. Here's why. Little number tells you how many times multiply the base by 75. It's all about the base times the base. All about the base times the base. It's all about the base times the base. It's all about the base times the base. It's all about the base times the base. All about the base times the base. It's all about the base times the base. It's all about the base times the base.
I hope you enjoy the song.
To start with our lesson for today, try to discover a pattern in 4 diamonds. In the 5th diamond, try to give a number and find the unknown. There are binomials or trinomials that when you multiply, the products form a pattern. Such are called special products. Remember that binomials are polynomials with 2 terms. Examples are the quantity of A plus B, the quantity of 14S minus 7, and the quantity of 7W plus 7. Using the laws of exponents, you will be able to find the product of square of a binomial, sum and difference of binomials, cube of binomials, square of a trinomial. Today, we will specifically discuss how to find the square of binomials and product of two binomials.
When you square a binomial, you can use the following rules or steps as a short example. Let us solve the square of a plus b. Exponent 2 means that we need to square this binomial or multiply it by itself. Step 1. Square the first term. In our example here, a is our first term. When you find the square of the first term, remember that you need to apply the laws of exponents, wherein you multiply the base a to itself twice. Therefore, square of a is the same as a times a, and the product of this is a squared. Step 2. Twice the product of the first and the second term. Use the same operation sign as the one between the two terms. In step number 2, find 2 times the product of the first term a and the second term b. Now you have 2 times a times b is equal to 2ab. Step 3. Square the last term. In your last step, you need to apply again the laws of exponents. Multiply the base twice to itself. Your last term is b. Just like what you did in your first term, b squared is the same as b times b. Therefore, the square of b is equal to b squared. The first and the last terms will always be positive. The middle term will have the same sign as the original binomial. Our final answer is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Hence, the pattern for square of the sum is square of a plus b is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And the pattern for square of the difference is the square of a minus b is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Remember, every time you square a binomial, the result is a trinomial.
This time around, let's find the product of these two binomials. Quantity of 2n plus 3 and the quantity of 2n minus 5. For this example, let us use FOIL method. FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. You are probably wondering what this has to do with multiplying binomials. Well, when we multiply two binomials like this, the quantity of 2n plus 3 and the quantity of 2n minus 5, we do so by multiplying the first terms of each binomial together to get 4n squared. Then, we multiply the outer two terms together to get 10n. Next, we multiply the inner two terms together to get 6n. Lastly, we multiply the last two terms of each binomial together to get 15. Then, we add all of these products together by combining like terms to get 4n squared minus 10n plus 6n minus 15. That is equal to 4n squared minus 4n minus 15. Pretty simple, right?
This method is illustrated in the following image. The quantity of x plus y times the quantity of r plus x. For our first terms, we have x and r. Outer terms, we have x and s. For inner terms, we have y and r. And our last terms, we have y and x. So therefore, the quantity of x plus y times the quantity of r plus s is equal to xr plus xs plus yr plus ys. Using FOIL method is another way to remember multiplication of binomial algorithm.
Let's practice. Find the products of the following. Fill in the blanks the missing terms and signs respectively.
Number 1. The quantity of x plus 3 times the quantity of x plus 5 equals blank plus 8x plus blank. Let us fill in the blanks the missing terms. Using the FOIL method, the answer for the first term is x. And for the last term, we have 3. Great! Our final answer is x squared plus 8x plus 3. Number 2. The square of the quantity of m minus 7 equals m squared blank 14m blank blank. Using the special rules or steps in squaring a binomial, our answer for this is m squared minus 14m plus 14. Do we have the same answer? Very good! Number 3. The square of the quantity of 2x plus 3 equals blank plus 9. Applying again the steps in finding the square of a binomial, the square of these binomials is 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. I hope we get the same answer.
With all the examples given to you, do you now know how to find the square of a binomial and the product of two binomials? Let's see how far you have learned from our topic today. Kindly answer the following in your answer sheet. For question number 1, is the result every time you square a binomial? The answer is a trinomial. Very good! Next is, when squaring a binomial, the first and the last terms will always be blank. They will always be positive. That's great! Another one is, it is another way to remember multiplication of binomial algorithm. Correct! The answer is during this pandemic, plantitas and plantitos are everywhere. A lot of people are now engaged in planting different kinds of plants to ease their boredom at home. Because of this, many good things happen. The plants they have planted are not only for their nature, but also for our environment and for their additional income. For our problem solving, use FOIL method. In a horticulture class in PLE, the students are assigned to make a plot for their plants. Their teacher instructs them to make it expansive for their plants to grow well and healthy. If Mohan's plot is the quantity of 2c minus 2 long and the quantity of 3c minus 4 wide, what is the area of his plot? Using the FOIL method, the area of Mohan's plot is 6c squared minus 14c plus 8. If you have the same answer, you got it right. Very good. What have we learned today? To wrap up our lesson for today, don't forget that in order for you to find the square of a binomial, you need to follow these steps. First, square the first term. Next, twice the product of the first and the second term. Use the same operation sign as the one between the two terms. And lastly, square the last term. We want to leave a Bible passage for you from 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 15. Practice these things, immerse yourself in them, so that all may see your progress. That's all for today. For your today's reflection, kindly write it in your journal. Again, I am Mom Sherelyn Sharma